Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Soaring Free, you are number one. There you go, girlfriend. Yes. There you go. And Miss Justice, hi, girlfriend. You are number two. I don't know why. I do not know. I do not know why I'm surprised when I see her at the top four. It's like all year it's been shocking me. All year it's been shocking me. I don't even know why. I should just know she's there, right? I should just know she's there. But she made a believer out of me this year, for real. Much love, PT. Much love to you. Prayers to you and yours as well, girlfriend. God bless. Oh, Deputy Sheriff number 3. All right. God bless. Good to see you guys. And who is number 4? Bridget, you're number 4. Hello, PG. I'm glad I made it tonight. Much love for Summer Wells. And may God bless you for being Summer's voice all these years. Her angel for her. And hello, everyone in chat tonight. Hello to you. God bless. Good to see you, girlfriend. And let's see. I don't want to miss people. Hey, Linda, Lisa. Let me get down through here. I'll get as many as I can as we head to the bottom. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Lockdown with April. Good to see you, C. How you doing? Let's see. No. I don't know. I don't have too much faith in Fred. Hey, Vicky, how you doing? I just don't have much faith in Fred. Hey, only eyes for you. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you tonight. Australia, there you are, girlfriend. There you are. Please visit my channel. All I've got an important video and that someone needs. Oh, okay. That will do. Will do, girlfriend. And Bridget, how you doing, sweetie? God bless and much love. Hey, Brenda, good to see you. Let me move down through here. Wendy, how you doing? Jersey, Jenny, good to see you guys. Hey, Chris, how you doing tonight? Greetings, PG, from the UK. Oh, wow. All right. Well, I appreciate you being in here. That is very late. It's early morning for you. Hey, much love to you too, girl. Hey, grieving mama, how you doing, sweetie? All right, Ruby, Angel, good to see everybody in here. Hey, Iva, how you doing tonight, sweetie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. The legendary, absolutely. Hey, Carrie, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. She says 422, Netherlands. Whoa. Absolutely. Absolutely, Australia. They're all mixed in it together. Trust and believe me, they are all mixed up in it together. Um, I wanted to come in tonight. I want to talk about the evil in these people. You know, there's a lot of things going on up in Ben Hill Road, a lot of evilness. But if you take note, all of these people are putting it on one hill where Summer lived. Everybody's putting it on one hill. They're not putting it on Andy's and Jody Sue's. They're not putting it down at Fred's. They're not putting it on Andy's uncle's property. They're not putting it around the corner on old Miss Goad's place, Mr. Goad's sister. They're not putting any of this anywhere except up on that hill where those 4 little children were, especially Summer. So, with that being said, in my opinion, the hill up on 110, the 110 Ben Hill, I believe was the main hub for all the evilness. That's my opinion. I don't believe, what I think is Don and Candace's place was like the main hangout. When everybody knows where the main hangout place is in their community. I mean, what I'm saying is everybody knows where you can show up and just hang, right? It's not like there's always a party going on there. Always people moving around. Always people doing stuff. No matter what time it is, right? No matter what time it is, there's people moving. And that just happens to be 110. 110 was, where everybody knew they could go. Everybody knew that they were welcomed. Everybody knew, that they basically could find and do whatever they want upon that property. I mean, from children to teenagers to young adults to middle age to old people, right? They had a damn variety. It was a damn variety. I mean, most places, no kids are hanging around. There's no kids. Like, even if there is a place, in your community or in your hood, right? In the hood where everybody's hanging, usually there's no kids. The kids are out. The kids are out away from everything, playing somewhere. They're not there, interacting with all the adults. The kids are in the house or they're off somewhere else playing with other kids somewhere. They're not there. They're not in the mix of what's going on. Most people are smart enough to keep their children safe. I'm not saying that you don't see these people. They got kids. Do you see their children? Yes, you see their children periodically hanging around the house, going in to get something to eat and coming out to go back to their friends, or if you go through the house, you'll see them playing, watching TV or playing game machines with other kids somewhere, but you don't see them outside mixing in with all the adults. That's what I'm saying. They're not outside hanging with nobody. These kids seem to these kids seem to be all in the mix of everything. It's like these kids were being allowed to socialize, to socialize. These kids were being allowed to act like adults when they were indeed not adults at all. These kids were not being kept in a kid's place. None of these children were being kept in a child's place. That's what I'm trying to say. And also, you always knew when the big party's going to go down, right? In the hood. You always knew when the big party's going down in the hood, because whoever's throwing the party is either leaving their kids at the grandparents' house, or they're finding someone in the hood that ain't coming to the party to be the babysitter of all the kids, right? Like if you ain't able to make it, like you're not going to be going. They'll be like, "Hey, you coming to the party?" And you're like, "Nah, I can't make it tonight. I got, other things to do, or I'm just going to hang with, I'm going to hang with my kids, watch a movie, do something else. I'm not, I'm not up for all of that." Then they would ask, "Can you watch? Can you watch, the other kids, all the other kids?" And, so you'd be having a big sleepover. You'd be having a big sleepover at your house with all these people's kids, because, they don't want them at the party. They don't want them, anywhere. They don't want them in the house. They don't want them nowhere on the property. They actually are smart enough to send their children off somewhere to be babysitted. And you don't take your kids to adult parties. And if you're having an adult party going on, you don't have, you take your kids to your family's house, or to the grandparents, or to a friend's house, somebody to babysit them, because you don't want them there. It can get very out of control. It can be very dangerous. You can't keep an eye on everybody all the time. And these people care about their kids, even though they're having big parties, even though, they're not ready to completely settle down yet. They still got enough sense to love, protect, and care about their children. And I'm going to tell you, that's not Don and Candace Wells. That's not Marlena Crawford. That's not Fred and Laura. That's not these people thought nothing about protecting their children, right? Not a damn one of them. Allison, God rest her soul, but she didn't care about protecting her children. If she cared about protecting her children, she would have raised better children, right? If she'd have thought about keeping her children away from garbage, right? Keeping them in the house, like True and Hunter and Bear. If Allison would have said, True would have been like, "Can I go play here, there?" And Allison said, "No, you've got a brother and a sister right here to play with, to watch movies with, to hang out with. No, you're not going anywhere else, right? And nobody's coming here either. I'm not going to be housing. You see your friends at school. When you get home from school, you do your homework. You get dinner. You watch TV or go outside and play with your brother and sister, and you get your ass back in here, and you get a snack, and you get ready for bed, and you go to freaking bed, and we'll get up and do it again in the morning, right? We'll all get up and do it again tomorrow. But I'm not housing other people's kids, and I'm not going to be letting you hang out and go be housed up somewhere else either. I don't know what's in their house. I don't want you there. I don't want you there. And I don't want other kids, you know, you got your own bed to sleep in it. That's just, you know, how it should be. That's how it should be. And you raise good kids, right? You raise good children. You don't let them be subject to all that garbage out there, all that riffraff, all that, you know, shit that's going to make them, you know, feel like they don't have to listen to you. That they, you know, that they're the boss and not you. Hell no. You know, you got to tell your kids sometime. Last time I checked, I'm the parent. You're the child. Right? I'm raising your ass. I'm putting a roof over your head. I'm putting clothes on your back. I'm putting food in your mouth. You ain't doing nothing for me. Now, if you don't want to mind and you don't want to listen to me, then you got to go somewhere else permanently. Right? You got to go somewhere else forever, not for, you know, not for 24 hours or a few hours, whatever. You go out a door on me and slam it. And I tell you what, it won't be good. It won't be good. Not at all. I'm going to tell you, parents are boss. You're the boss. You're supposed to have a set of rules in your house, and your children are supposed to be following them. There was no rules on Ben Hill Road. There was no rules for children on Ben Hill Road. These children were very much neglected, very much abused, very much hell. I mean, other than Jody Sue's daughter, who kept her kid? That's you know, out of all them people up there, out of all them people that was hanging on Ben Hill Road, up on 110, how many of them kept their kids? Because I've been researching it, and Allison's mother's kids gone. Allison's kids got took. Marlena Crawford's kid got took. Some other people's kids got took. Donnie and Candace's kids got took. Laura and Fred's kids got took. There was only 2 kids left, Jody Sue and Andy's. Gotta think about that, don't you? You gotta think about that. I think they're the only 2 was smart enough. I think they're the only 2 was smart enough to keep their kids out of the mix of all that shit. I think Jody Sue and Andy didn't much care what their son did. I think their son was running around doing pretty much what he wanted to do. But I think I think Jody Sue kept a good eye on her daughter. I think Jody Sue was like, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't doing nothing. And I think when Jody Sue and Andy wasn't there, they made sure that they had that oldest boy of theirs trained to watch that little girl. And if he didn't watch her, he knew he was going to be in a lot of trouble. So he kept an eye on his sister, just like the night they went out looking for Jackie Dobbs. Jody Sue's son stayed there with the daughter. Made sure that he kept an eye on her while they was out looking for, Mr. Dobbs. And Grandis took the 3 boys in summer back up on the hill and was sitting up there keeping an eye on them while everybody else was looking for Jackie Dobbs. Oh, yeah. No, she didn't, Brenda. That is so true. That is so true. But I'm going to tell you something. Let's talk about the evil on the hill, because I'll tell you what, there's a whole lot of evil on that damn hill. A whole lot of it. How is this going to help Summer's case? Well, I think it's going to show that there's a big connection between these people. And I've done a lot of research. And not only that, but I'm brilliant. I'm very brilliant. You know, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I should. Um, and I'm going to tell you, there's nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back. There's nothing wrong with knowing your strong points. Nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, you don't have to sit around, hold your head down, and hide your shine. Baby, put your head up and show your shine. Other people showing theirs. Other people showing theirs and they ain't got damn much to show. They ain't got damn much to show. Let me tell you that right now. But they showing that. They're showing that damn face, right? They're showing what little bit they can shine. They're trying to show it. You need to mother freaking raise your head up and blind these fucking haters with your freaking education, with your beauty, with your kindness, your caring, your love, with all the things they wish they could be and they're not. All the things that they tried to make you feel like you should be ashamed of. Hell no. Hell no. Don't hold your head down. Don't sit there and feel withdrawed because these people, they're shining that evilness out there all up in your face. You shine right back. You blind their asses with your shine. That's what you do. You show them. You show them you ain't gonna take their shit. I'm gonna tell you. You got it. Flaunt it. That's what I got to say. They flaunt it. Hold your head up high. But I'm gonna tell you what. These mother freakers right here, Ben Hill Road, evil ass Ben Hill Road. These mother freakers, they think they're all manipulating and calculating and able to gaslight and smokescreen and fuck people over. What they do is get screwed over, right? That's what they do. They get messed over. And I'm going to tell you what. They don't outsmart PG. They don't outsmart me. I outsmart their asses. Because I can do that. I can do that. Just ask Don Wells. Ask Candace. Fuck, go ask Fred. All right? Go ask Fred. I'm going to tell you what. Those motherfuckers, they may not like PG, but I'll tell you what. They have damn respect for me. They have damn respect for me. They have to have respect for me. They ain't never met nothing like me before. They never met nothing like PG. A lot of people ain't. A lot of people ain't. I surprise myself. I do. Hey, man, that little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Bet your ass. I'm going to let it shine. I'm going to tell you what. I've been shining it out here for 4 years. And I'm going to tell you what. I think we solved this case. Be honest with you. If we just get law enforcement off their ass, get over there in that cemetery and find that black tote, we solved it. We solved it. No doubt in my mind. We done solved it. Right here. Right here. Anyway, he came in for tires today. He recognized Andy, chatted, etc. Andy, Dave, he was a bit funny acting, though. Andy says, I don't know why the hell she got Dave there, but Andy says he was acting a bit funny. Anyway, at the end of asking Andy to come to the van, he mumbled something about girls. That opened a door and told Andy to look. This guy takes Andy, he shows up at Andy's work, acting like he's talking about tires. He gets Andy to go outside, starts whispering about these girls, and he takes Andy out there and opens the door up on this van. Then opens the door up and told Andy to look. There was girls in the van absolutely being, right there's the word for y'all, trafficked and scared as F to death, Andy said. Andy goes out to a van. This man opens the doors. There's a bunch of little girls in there, scared to F to death. And Andy don't call 911. Andy doesn't take down a license plate number. He doesn't get a description of the van, the license plate number. He don't go inside, call 911 and say, hey, this guy's got a bunch of scared up little girls in the back of this van. He just came to my work talking about tires, takes me out there, opens a van up and shows me a bunch of little girls that are scared. They need help. You need to find this van now. It went north or south, or it was heading in such a direction. No, he doesn't do that, right? He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that at all. What he does is keep his mouth shut, right? What he does is keep his mouth shut. Right? She don't call nobody. She don't get no help. No help whatsoever. Jody Sue don't report it. Jody Sue doesn't say, hey, my husband, excuse me, 911, but I gotta tell you something. My husband said there's a man drove up in a white van yesterday at his work. Now I'm sure they got surveillance. And he says that the guy asking him about tires takes him out to this big old van, opens the doors, and there's a bunch of little girls in there scared that obviously need to be rescued from this guy. So I think you can go to his work. He works at such and such a place. And I think you can go there, get the surveillance, watch him go out to whatever van it was, because the man opens the doors. So you'll be able to see that. You'll see him looking in there. You need to get the license plate number if you can, or go to other businesses around there and track where this van's going to and help these little girls get free. But Jody Sue don't call law enforcement and tell about the little girls either. Why? Why does she not tell about these little girls? See any tag number? No. No. They don't get a tag number. They don't get anything. Right? They don't get nothing. They don't get nothing. She just, he opens the doors up and there's little girls in there. Now, you know what I find funny is this guy, knows Andy. This guy knows he's working at this tire place. He pulls up where he's working. He uses tires as an excuse to get Andy out there to the van that had all the little girls in it. Sounds to me like him and Andy's talked before. Put a one in the chat if that's how you feel. Because I feel like him and Andy have, been in cahoots and talked before about these type of girls. Because he knew exactly, how to lead Andy away from the other people. He knew exactly, he had no problem telling Andy about the girls. He had no problem opening the damn door, letting Andy see it all. So that tells me, this shit's happened before, right? Just saying. Just saying. Right, Jody Sue? Yeah, I think so. I think so. And you know what I find funny about that? Jody Sue talks about a van being up on Ben Hill Road.
He was watching, looked like prepubescent girls. Yeah.
She says pre-essence girls, meaning girls 12 and under. Pre-teen essence girls, meaning they ain't even hit preteen yet. Like they're under fucking 12 years old. Right there out of her own mouth, these little girls are under 12. Okay? 12 and under. They're not 12 and over. 12 and over is preteen, not preteen essence. Meaning, will be preteen someday, but right now they're just little girls, little children. What the fuck?
It was that argument all the time. And I thought it gross and pretty fucking sick. And you can see I was raising hell and very much mentioned that he was hitting on and seemingly grooming the teens underage up here at Chrysalis and other things. So there you go.
Andy's chasing little girls 12 and under.
He's a danger to the humans, to children. He will eventually kill someone. Alright. Well, that's good. Y'all go over there and ask why exactly it is he was selling drugs to the children at 110. Why he was potentially causing little girls over there to be sedated and to be touched with the shit he was selling over there.
Whoa. You go over there and you ask Andy what he was selling, what he was giving to Candace to sedate little girls to be touched.
Go ask. Because I have fucking questions. Not standing in front of him anymore.
I'm not standing in front of him anymore. I'm not standing in front of him anymore. Oh, so she was protecting him. She knew all about this kind of stuff the whole time, but even before Summer come up missing. And and as long as Andy was with Jody Sue, as long as he's with me, and all the money's coming into our home for me and my kids, I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll cover it all up. I'll protect him. But I'm not gonna do it now. If he's gonna be with somebody else and he's gonna be taking care of another family instead of his own, then I'm not gonna protect him. I know exactly what Andy does. I know all the time what he was doing. But I didn't care about them little girls. I didn't care to help innocent children that shouldn't be in back of vans. That shouldn't be trying to get picked up out of freaking Priceless and mother freaking shopping center malls. I knew all about what they're doing. Right? I knew, but I kept my mouth shut. And that's what she said, second to none. She said at Priceless. She said he was at the Priceless grocery store trying to pick up preteen little girls. Preteen. She didn't say adolescents. She said preteen something, she called them, which means under the age of fucking 12. I mean, how sick is that? How sick is that?
Yeah, and I found about a few days before all the shit went down. I'm not kidding, dude. And I got the fucking receipts on it.
And she's got receipts on it. She's got receipts on it. Well, when the law enforcement knocked on your door, why didn't you show them those receipts, Jody Sue? I know they knocked on your door. I was personally told that they knocked on your door. I was personally told by law enforcement that they knocked on your damn door. And I was personally told that you told them that you know the law. And you say any fucking thing you want to us as long as you don't say it to them. And you fucking wasn't wanting to comply with them and close the door. Because you want to still protect Andy's ass. And you want to protect Andy's ass because Andy's protecting your ass. Because you lied about that screen. You mother freaking interfered with a missing child's case by lying about a screen. And your son too. You both interfered with a missing child's investigation. And Andy knows it. And the reason that you ain't going to be telling law enforcement shit about Andy is because you don't want him telling law enforcement shit about you. Like you were the one that said, go down to that van and go. You're the one told Andy, get together whatever you can, get to go down there and get that little girl out of that van that Candace and them had parked on Ben Hill Road. That's what you said. You said you told Andy that you didn't care how he got it together to get that little girl. Well, if you got that little girl, where is she? Where is she? Where is the little girl? Who is the little girl? Where did the little girl go? Was it your little girl? Was it your child in that van? Is why you told Andy to get all the shit and go down there and get that little girl? Was there something going on where these people were taking little girls? I don't know. But you supposedly got a little girl and nobody knows where she is. The only little girl we see around you is your own. So what happened to the little girl that you told Andy to get all the shit together to get out of that van? And Candace is the one that came and told you about the little girl in the van down there. Right? Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Jody Sue saying that Candace came up on the hill and told her about a little girls being down in a van on Ben Hill Road. And she told Andy to get all his shit together, whatever he could, and go down there and get that little girl. And then she lied and said she reported it to police, and they haven't ever, there's no report like that can be found under Jody Sue or Andy reporting it. No reports of it.
I done asked. I done looked into it. Yes, she did. So where's the little girl that they got out of the van? Didn't she say that she told Andy to get everything together to get this little girl? She didn't care how he had to get this little girl to get it together and get that little girl out of there. Because she was wanting to save this little girl. Well, where's the little girl at that she saved? Because law enforcement don't have her. They ain't ever even had a report on her. So where is she? Jetty Sue's son didn't only get, he didn't only, I don't know if he's out of the military yet or not, but I do know that he's with he's with a woman. I know that he's got either a girlfriend or a wife now. I think maybe a wife. Right? I think it's a wife. She's, and I'm going to shut up there. I'm going to shut up there because you guys know how I tell the truth. And then people be like, "Oh, PG, it's so mean. She's just so mean because she tells the truth." Right? And I get enough hate on my back already, right, from telling the truth. And all these haters that's in the bushes watching, they can't wait to run to their channel and complain about something PG did tonight, right? Because they ain't got no motherfucking content of their own. They have to use PG. They have to use all of us for their content. All got their heads stuck in the bushes, peeking out, right? Bunch of freaking yellow-bellied haters all up in the bushes. Then they want to run and then talk, some shit about PG later, Yeah, I could tell them what they could do with theirself, right? I could tell them all what they could do with theirself. They could do to and with their damn self. That's for sure. They make PG sick. And the sad thing is they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. The sad thing is when they go and open their channel to talk about PG, their fucking best, their best. When they talk about me, and they don't even know what they're talking about. Right? They had their fucking head in the bushes the whole time and still couldn't comprehend what the fuck PG was saying. They couldn't comprehend it. Yeah. I'm gonna give them a piece of advice. I'm gonna give them haters a piece of advice. Before you put your head in the bushes, take it out of your backside. And you might motherfucking be able to hear and understand what exactly is being said instead of, getting it all fucking wrong. Right? That's my thing. But I got one hater. I ain't mention no names because that's what they want. They want PG to mention their names. They want my attention, right? They want my attention. They want PG to say their names, thinking they're gonna get some clout. Them fucking haters, you bitches ain't getting no clout from PG. That's all I got to say. You big-headed haters out there in the bushes watching right now, or later, you know, when you think nobody else is watching. I'm going to tell you what. You ain't getting no clout from PG. You go ahead and make me your headline, because I ain't making you my fucking headline at all. You don't mean nothing to me. You fucking haters out there don't mean shit to me. That's what I want to let them know. You don't mean nothing to me. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Don't try to tell me what to do. Don't tell me shit. I'm going to tell you what. I'm my own fucking boss, motherfucker. Don't don't tell me nothing. I will mention who I want to mention. I will say what I want to say. I will do what the fuck I want to do. And I suggest that you fucking, take your ass and go somewhere with it. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm the last motherfucking person that you want to give you some attention. I give you some motherfucking attention. You keep your shit up, I'll give you some damn attention, but you won't want it. You won't want it. Trust me and believe that. You will not want it. You won't come looking for no more. That's all I got to say. Go ask some of these other motherfuckers that wanted my attention. Go ask them. They don't want my attention anymore. I don't think you do either. And just for the record, you want to talk about an old fucking toothless ass bitch? Lady, you are one. The very person I'm talking to, that's what you are. You're an old toothless ass fucking bitch that needs to shut your face. You need to shut your fucking face. That's all I got to say. Don't come try and tell me shit. I just had a message for that toothless ass old bag. That's right. She can put it where the sun don't shine. You don't know me. Don't fucking judge me. You haven't took the time to talk to me one-on-one or get to even know me. Then keep your freaking face shut. Keep your damn pie hole shut. Your fucking stank hole. Right? Keep it shut. Because ain't nobody want to be smelling the shit coming out of there. That's for sure. Just saying. Just the way it is. Oh, I'm about to give a whole bunch of people some attention. I'm about to do a mother freaking live and give a whole lot of freaking haters some attention. I've been taking a back seat. I've been taking a back seat to all this drama and hatred and bullshit out here. I've been trying to stay on that righteous path. I've been trying to, keep on the path for these missing kids and not let all that drama and trauma get too PG. I keep throwing it over my back, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm about to open a mother freaking live up, and I'm going to tell you what. There's going to be a whole lot of them fucking haters going to wish I didn't. For real. For real. They'll be sticking their tail between their legs and running off. That's all I got to say. I'm going to tell you something. This ain't about PG. This is about the truth. This is about Summer Moon Utah Wells. This is about a missing child out there, a little 5-year-old innocent little girl who came up missing June 15, 2021, that has not been found and needs to be found. This is about a lot of missing kids like Michael Vaughn, who right now might end up getting some justice that he deserved 4 years ago. Right now, we've got this Stacy possibly about to give up exactly what happened to this little boy. From my understandings, they're going to prosecute his ass upon it. So they must have something. And they haven't found Michael, but they're prosecuting anyway. And I'm wondering why Rogersville, Tennessee ain't doing the same damn thing to these mother freakers, these number one suspects that, in my opinion, they know is guilty as hell. Why are they not prosecuting that up? You don't need Summer to prosecute. All you need is some solid evidence, some solid facts, and they got a ton of them, in my opinion. They got a ton of facts. The fact that mommy and daddy was not looking for their daughter from day one. The fact that mommy and daddy was able to tell them where their daughter wasn't, so they must have knew where she was. The fact that grandma squealed the wheels out of there as fast as she damn could. What was she afraid of if they were all innocent? The fact that they're not calling law enforcement, they're not working with law enforcement, they're not doing what needs to be done to find their daughter. That's fact. Fact is, they came out here and literally, mother freaking confessed to trafficking their own little girl to the boss that Don Wells was working for and was laughing about it. That's fact. Hell yeah, it's fact. Right here. Fact.
You said you had.
Where the fuck you get that shit from?
Don, you said you had
Holy
videotapes
crap.
of me.
What happened? What? What did you say about me? I have videotapes of Josh, apparently. What the fuck?
I don't know why you're laughing.
Holy
You're the one that
crap.
said it.
Are you serious?
Don, you said.
How do you know that I said that? Why would I say that?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Number one, I don't lie, bitch. You can get that to your.
I don't.
Right
I
now.
mean, everybody lies.
No.
Don and Candace are the two biggest damn liars on the whole face of the damn earth, right? The two biggest damn liars. They haven't ever told the truth. They haven't ever told the damn truth in Summer's case. They haven't ever told that they plotted against this little girl, that they planned this all out, that they had Hunter waiting up to come pick up and take to a swimming hole, knowing that, well, who can scream underwater? Who can hear you screaming underwater? Even if you could try to scream, who could hear it? It's silent, ain't it? It's silent. Perfect crime. And I bet you 10-1 they carried her back to that vehicle. And here's another thing I have to ask. Why did Warriors Path not have video footage? Why does that place not have any type of surveillance? If they've got people, if this is a public place where people come, all kinds of children and adults come to, why the hell do they not have video surveillance? Video surveillance does not cost that much money. Matter of fact, you can get video surveillance now. It doesn't even need electric. It doesn't even need electric. Right? It's solar. It's solar. You just get the solar panel. It's all solar. Why do they not have video surveillance? Why not? You know what? That would have showed them carrying that little girl back to that vehicle that day. It would have showed Hunter carrying Summer from the water hole back to Grandis's vehicle and putting her on that pillow next to the driver's side door. And he put her in from Grandis's side. He put her in from the passenger side over against the driver's side door. And then he got in. He was not getting in on Candace's side. He was getting in on Grandis's side because they had moved all the boxes, moved everything for him to be able to get in and out of the back passenger side door.
Oh, I don't lie. I don't lie, motherfucker.
I'm not sure why Candace thinks it's so funny. I can play it for you if you want to hear it.
Because my boss called me, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look, Josh.
Okay.
You can cough or you can suck a dick or whatever you want to do.
All right.
Whatever the fuck it is you do, you little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But my boss called me the other day. Man. Yes.
Okay.
Richard.
Oh.
He called me. I said that I sold somebody a tape, right? I sold some motherfucker a tape for $5,000 that showed him how to sex with my daughter, right? And then I sold, and he was crying. This motherfucker was actually crying. This motherfucker is like a big shot of this community. Like, holy fuck! And he was crying. He says, "But they're calling me a child molester," and I'm like. I started laughing.
Anybody else find that funny? I didn't find it funny. What I found, I tell you what I found. I absolutely found this to be disgraceful, distasteful, disgusting. I found this to be a great fucking concern where Summer's case is concerned. Just a minute, you guys. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. You got kids, that happens. That happens. They come and want to ask questions at the damnedest times. Right? At the damnedest times. But anyway, you heard what they said. Right? You heard what they said. Very sick, very disturbing shit. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ah, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Tara. But let's go back and listen to this.
He is a danger to other humans, to children. He will eventually kill someone. Alright. Well, that's good. Y'all go over there and ask why exactly it is he was selling drugs to the children at 110. Why he was potentially causing little girls over there to be sedated and to be touched with the.
There you go. There you go. Do you see? Do you see how all of this evilness is coming together at 110 Ben Hill Road? Are you seeing how it's all fitting the puzzle to what was going on upon that hill over there? Are you seeing how it's all fitting into the puzzle of why Candace would have went and picked up Hunter, went to the swimming hole, and had done what, in my opinion, was done? Is it fitting the puzzle as to why this little girl's on these milk jugs, and in my opinion, no longer with us, unalived? That's why Candace was down there meeting up with Chad Arnold. That's why they went out of Ben Hill Road. That's why the black tote was missing from Grandis's camper. Is it all fitting the puzzle for everyone now? Can you understand what was going on up there is the reason that this little girl was very sick, very bad off? So bad off that her little friend was holding her, practically walking around holding her up like an old lady. She's 5 years old and her little friend is holding her up like she's 90 because she's so bad off. 3 days before she disappears, just 3 days before she disappears, she's all bent over, her face is all drawled up with pain, suffering, and her little friends trying to walk her around. How she went down a slippy slide, and her youngest brother had to help her up, had to pick her up because she just was too weak. She wanted to play. She wanted to be a child, and she was fighting, but she was too weak. She was going downhill real fast, and they wasn't about to get her no help because they wasn't about to go to prison. And Don and Candace sit there and told you exactly why this little girl had to be destroyed. And they fucking laughed about it. Both of them. So Candace can't say, her bitch ass can't say she didn't know. Because you sit there and heard her laugh right along with this son of a bitch while they was talking about allowing a grown-ass man do the most evil act a human could do with this 5-year-old little girl. And Jody Sue knew. Jody Sue knew. She plainly sat there and told you who was supplying the stuff for these little girls to be done like this. her husband, Andy. That was bringing a lot of money into Jody Sue's house, right? That was bringing a lot of money for her to get her nails done and her hair fixed and to go get all them eat outs so her big ass wouldn't have to cook, right? Yeah. Yeah. She wasn't reporting that shit. She wasn't reporting that stuff. She's out here like she cares about Summer. She didn't give a damn hoot about Summer. Judy Sue didn't care about Summer. She knew Summer was being sedated. She knew Summer was being touched, and she knew her old man was supplying the shit. And she didn't give a fuck. That's why she said, oh, we heard a scream at 4:27, animalistic scream. She's thought of those children as animals and thought it was funny to put in that animalistic scream. Is that how they felt? Is that how they felt the scream sounded when them son of a bitches was hurting those children? Did they laugh? And say, oh, that's an animalistic scream. They sound like animals screaming when they're getting touched. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I don't think any of us will ever be able to comprehend, ever. I don't care how many of us share being victims of SA as children. I don't care how many of us share this. I don't think any of us could understand what those children were going through. I don't think we will ever understand the terror that Summer endured, the pain, the misery. I don't think our minds will ever be able to perceive how these evil, sick bastards like Jody Sue's, Andy's, Fred Hill, Laura's, Chad Arnold's, I don't think any of us are ever going to be able to perceive. Don and Candace Wells, Grandis, the girl's own grandmother, the little girl's own grandmother. What a fucking shame, right? I don't think none of us could ever perceive how evil them son of a bitches are. I don't think you've ever seen anyone that evil. You don't know the depth of that evil, but Summer does. Her brothers do. And a lot of other little girls that were up there being sedated, I bet they do too. Like Marlena's daughter, right? Like Marlena's daughter. Possibly some of those little girls that belong to Allison's mother. I don't think that we could ever perceive what them children went through, nor how evil the fuckers were doing it. I'm going to tell you what. I think we know the truth. I think we know the truth. And I don't understand why these people ain't been prosecuted yet. Unless there's more people like the boss who has videos that ain't wanting to be exposed. That's the only thing I can think of. Because law enforcement ain't having no problem prosecuting the hell out of these people on Michael Vaughn's case. But Ronnie Lawson, Pruitt, they're having such a problem prosecuting Summers. When they have all the damn facts they need. If I sit in a courtroom and I listen to these video recordings right here, and someone explained to me how they all fit into the puzzle of this little girl's demise, I would say guilty as fucking hell and put them in prison if I was on the jury. If I was just a judge, I'd say guilty as hell and put them in fucking prison. Because I see how the puzzle's fitting together, and so does law enforcement, so does the court system. So what's keeping the prosecution from being prosecuted? You tell me. I don't know. I don't know.
Have said this since the beginning to people that made a difference. That I've told people about having the dream that I've, in the open grave. It's been told. It's not a lie. And I have heard my whole life that the best time to get rid of somebody is when there's an open grave. The dude was buried on what day? The 18th? Okay, so 3 days after Summer went missing, they buried that dude. Do you think they dug the grave the day that Summer went missing? I'm saying it was dug between the day the dude died and the day Summer went missing, the 11th. Not if she went over there on the 15th when Candace left at some point in time off that fucking hill, took her over there. Maybe she went to Fred's and Fred helped her. If it was open on the 15th, all she would have had to do is go over there and dig down just a little bit more, put her in there, cover her back up. When they brought the vault in a few days before they buried the dude, the concrete vault would have been set on.
And what did Andy write? What did Hunter squeal out that Andy wrote? It's done. He said he looked at Candace's phone and Andy Bernard had left a message. It's done. What's done? It's done. The grave is dug for the man to be buried. It's done. You can come home now. Chad's going to meet up with you. And you follow him over there. And that's where she'll be. And like Andy says, it doesn't matter how much law enforcement's around there, even if there's good cops. It doesn't matter how many's around there. Everybody knows everybody. And nobody's going to be looking down in an already dug grave. Nobody's even going to think about looking down in a grave that's already been dug.
Top of it, and nobody would have known no different. And we know who dug the graves. We know all that shit. So I don't think nobody would have paid any attention to if she was done in there the day of the 15th.
Yeah. Nobody's going to pay attention if she's put in there on the day of the 15th. They're going to all be running around searching for this kid. And the whole time she's down in a grave underneath a vault. She's already down in the grave underneath a vault. And no one's even going to even think of that. They're not even going to think of such a thing. And they're right. They're right. No one would have had Andy not started talking about it. No one would have ever thought that. And that's why Don Wells felt so assured of himself. But I want to tell you, sooner or later, someone's going to check that grave. Sooner or later, someone is going to mother freaking do what it takes to get that grave up out of there and see if that little girl's in it. Because God is way more powerful than any human on this earth, and he wants her to be found. She will. And I truly believe, with so many prayers going up, God will let her be found. I think Don Wells, God, I truly believe God's going to wipe the smile off of all these people's faces. I think he's going to actually wipe the smile off their faces and let this baby be found. No doubt in my mind. Because that's what God does. He lets you run on. He lets you run on. You don't know when God's going to get you. You don't know when he's going to get you. Sometimes he'll get you. Sometimes he'll get you in 5 minutes. Other times he'll get you in a year. Maybe 2 or 3 years. Maybe 5 years. But when he gets you, you remember. You remember exactly why he got you. Yes, they did. No, Don Wells drove his car with Starlink. Andy drove one with GPS. Jody Sue's car had GPS. Candace's car had Starlink. Right here. Oh, you don't think they keep in communication? Well, right there you go. I proved this tonight too. That they do keep communication. Fred didn't answer the phone. He called at 7:51, 7:52. Well, Fred missed the calls. Fred missed the calls because he's probably walking to the damn dollar store. Or probably was in the dollar store. But trust me, he ain't going to show you the ones where he answered. He's not going to show you the ones where he fucking answered. He ain't going to show you the text where he texted Don Wells either. Right, Fred? You're not going to show all of that. Why don't you show him? Won't you show him how you kept up with Laura in order for Laura to keep up with everyone around there, like Chad Arnold and Marlena Crawford and her brothers? Why don't you tell people how you're having people looked into all the time to make sure a certain group of people is where you want them to be, keeping their damn mouth shut the way you want them to be doing? Why don't you? Oh, and by the way, Fred, I'm going to be talking with someone very close to the grave diggers. Oh, who could that be? Wayne Morlock. I'm going to be talking to Wayne. Matter of fact, me and Wayne might be going out to dinner. we might be going out to dinner together, Fred. And you know what? I think Wayne probably has a lot to say after Dawn threw him under the bus, right? After Dawn made it look like he was some kind of predator that came around there and done something to little Summer when all of y'all motherfuckers knew the truth and Wayne done nothing. He ain't too happy about that, Fred. Not too happy about that at all. So you know what? I'm sure PG's gonna get a lot of information that you ain't gonna like, right? Yeah. You might want to get a hold of Chatty Boy and tell him that he better get a hold of the grave digging Morlocks, right? That was in charge over there digging the grave that Chatty Boy decided to possibly put a little girl in, right? But I'm sure that Wayne could find out. I'm sure Wayne can find out a whole lot more about where old Chatty Boy does some of his dirty stuff, right? And I don't think Wayne's going to care too much for Chatty Boy either. I don't think he cares too much for you, Fred. Because when he was getting thrown under the bus, nobody, none of you guys, you and Ziggy, none of y'all was taken up for Wayne. No, none of you. Who was the one out here defending Wayne? PG. And I told y'all that Don's ass was scared to death of Wayne because his wife went all the way into Arkansas and tried to hide his ass after he threw Wayne under the bus. Yeah. And you know what, Fred? Your ass is scared of Wayne too. You're scared of Wayne too. You can act however you want to act. But you don't want nothing to do with Wayne. I tell you that right now. Even you don't want nothing to do with him. And you didn't come to his defense either. Think he doesn't know that? Well, he does now. He does now. He knows. I'm going to tell you what. We're out to get to the bottom of this case. And it doesn't matter who we have to talk to. It doesn't matter who we have to talk to. We're going to talk to whoever we have to figure out exactly where Summer's at and get her found. If that's the only way they can prosecute, well, we're going to do it. PG's little girl, I went down here to see where you was at, and you disappeared on me. If you want to take the link and come back up, hon, you're very welcomed. Hey, Caroline, how you doing, sweetie? How are you doing? Good to see you, girl. Angel, 11 months. Much love, Summer's Army. Hey, girl, I appreciate the support for Summer's channel. And PG's little girl, new member. All right. Hey, I appreciate it. God bless. God bless. Absolutely. PG's little girl says, Mom, will you be on in 15 minutes? I'm driving. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. Probably about another, I'll be here probably another 15, 20 minutes, sweetie. But I wanted to show everybody, I want you to listen to this first.
They, over where that shed is, they put a single wide. They took and put a 4x8 piece of plywood up, advertising sex and stuff. Which, I mean, whatever you want, just like, yeah.
With Summer?
Well, with Rose, she was in on it.
Rose, like who?
Rose by. Well, that's missing.
So
Did you hear that? Did you hear? That's right out of the horse's mouth. Right out of the horse's mouth. Oh, Rose Bly, they had a big sheet of plywood talking about how they was running a trafficking house up there, and Rose Bly was there, and she was doing stuff. Fred, you are disgusting. You are absolutely disgusting. How could you sit there and say Rose Bly was up on Ben Hill Road doing that kind of evilness? This mother of two beautiful children she loved dearly. A mother who was trying to escape an abusive relationship, tried to go to her mother, and her mother turned her away. She had to end up she had no choice but to go back to this horrible relationship where she ends up completely disappeared. Hasn't ever seen her babies again. She probably is deceased. Very much unalived after this many years. And you have the audacity to sit there and say that she was up on Ben Hill Road doing evil stuff, getting evil stuff done to her by many different men. That is disgusting. That is, it's disgusting. You don't only talk evil and bad about Rose Bly, who is more than likely deceased, but you talk bad about Summer Moon Utah Wells as well. Let's see, Fred, how much ugliness have you said about these people? Let's see right here what you have said. Rose was on the hill doing bad stuff. Well, we just played it out in your own mouth, your own voice. Can't deny that, Fred. Can't deny it. Just like you can't deny what you said about Summer, but I ain't going to play that again. I'm not going to play you saying that about Summer on a golden sofa. You said pictures, not a picture, pictures. Did you seen pictures like that floating around of her nothing on at all on a gold sofa? That's exactly what the fuck you said about Summer. About Summer. And you're talking bad about her aunt as well. You also said that Andy's son was up there in a pool with Summer. And you were having very evil, bad thoughts. Very dirty-minded thoughts upon that. Why? Why? Because you knew what the fuck was going on that hill. You knew what was going on up on that hill. Because Laura said that one of your guys' daughters was down there hooking up with those people as well. And getting illegal substances as well. Off of 110 Ben Hill Road. Down there hanging with those old people. And she was way too young to be doing it also. You said that you saw the Wells kids inside the basement. What was you doing peeking through the fucking windows at the Wells house? Said that all the kids were on mattresses. What was you doing peeking in the windows? You said that there was all kinds of essayers going up on the hill. You said Cotton Simpson went up on the hill and was talking about how he went with the mother and daughter. And you don't know if it was Candace and Grandis or if it was Summer and Candace. You put Summer in that. I would have not ever thought to put Summer in it. Somebody told me that, I would have just took for granted that it was the grandmother and the mother. I wouldn't ever even, my mind could not have ever even perceived that it would have been Summer. Because my fucking mind ain't dirty like that. It ain't disgusting like that. It doesn't even fucking go there. And I thank God. I thank God that I have such a beautiful, clean mind like that as well. But you don't. And that tells me a whole lot about you. Tells me a whole lot about you. You said all of these horrible things and more about these people. How could you be so disgusting? How could you do such an ugly thing and say such ugly things? Hey, Granny's house. I appreciate it. Super sticker. I appreciate that, girl. I really do. God bless and much love. But how? How could you do it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Fred was fed any information locked down with April C. I really don't. I think he was fed going up there and seeing Jody Sue's son in the pool and he's thinking dirty thoughts. He didn't go up there and think dirty thoughts. When he got up there, he knew exactly what that little girl was doing with that boy in the pool. Fred knew exactly what was going on Ben Hill Road. Fred knew exactly what was going down up there. Fred said he saw the sign. He said he saw the sign. He saw Rose up there. He knew what was going on up there. But he lied about Rose. He lied about Rose. Rose Blythe was not ever up on Ben Hill Road. Ever. Right here's the proof. Right here's the proof. Candace and Don Wells was still in. They were still in Arkansas. Rose Blythe came up missing in 2009. Matter of fact, the 8th month. Don and Candace was still in Arkansas in 2009. In the 6th month. They hadn't even got close to going to Ben Hill Road yet. So there's no way in hell that Rose was up there on Ben Hill Road. She'd had to have been up there by herself. And Don's mother was still there also at the time. So Fred lied about all of that. 6/17/09. Right there. I responded to a disturbance. It was a disturbance called. And Candace and Donald was in Arkansas. So he lied about Rose. Why? Why would he lie about Rose? Why? It get the attention off of him. The same reason the Wells are lying, to get the attention off of them. The same reason that Andy and Jody Sue lie, to get the attention off of them. All of these mother freakers are doing the same thing. They're all getting attention off of them because they all knew what was going on. They all had a hand in this pure freaking evilness of what was going on up on Ben Hill Road. Fred wasn't telling you what was going on in 2009 with Rose Bly. He was telling you what was going on in 2019, 2020, 2021 on Ben Hill Road. He was telling you about the real hell and the real misery that these children were going through and suffering. That big old sign that he's talking about was a metaphor. Oh, there's a big old sign, all right, in everybody's mother freaking mind, because all of these sick fucking puppies knew about it. Right? Oh, it was a big sign. A huge one. A huge one. I'm going to tell you something. I got a feeling it was quite a bit of people in the pool with Summer. I truly believe that, you know, Jody Sue's son was in the pool. I do believe Hunter was in the pool. Did you ever take note that in the pictures, Summer always looked scared of Hunter? Did you take note in the pictures that Hunter was always trying to sneak up on Summer? Did you ever notice that he was always going in her direction? Put a 1 in the chat if you noticed that. Because I sure the hell did. And did you notice that it was her mommy that, in my opinion, and from what I'm understanding, according to Jose, it was Summer's mother who groomed that boy? It was Summer's mother who first introduced that boy to all the evilness that a young child should not be ever indulging in. She's the one. Candace Bly Wells is the one that turned that boy into what he is, if you ask me. That's my opinion. I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to tell you what he is. In my opinion, Hunter is a wannabe thug with a yellow stripe from his top of his neck to his tailbone, just like his daddy. Talks a lot of shit, can't back none of it up. I think he's a freaking coward. I think he went out there and did a dirty deed for a dirty can. And he ain't got the ass to own up to it. That's my opinion. I think Hunter is one of those people that like to pick on women and children because he ain't got enough ass to pick on someone his own size. Just saying. I don't do emails. I don't mess with email. I only correspond with people through Facebook. I do not correspond with anyone through emails. I correspond with some people over our cell phones. Not very many, but a few. Hey, Glenda, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. And Fred Hill. Let's remember Cotton Simpson. Let us not forget about Cotton Simpson. Let us not forget. Look at these people. Look at them all. They still communicate. They still communicate, you guys. They still communicate. Fred keeps up with them all, right? And I'm going to tell you, it was that communication that got Cotton where he's at today. Fred Hill says, come on up to my house, Cotton. Cotton goes up there. He has a talk with Fred about Summer. Because Cotton can't get over what he saw. He can't get over what he saw. He said he saw that baby in a box. I think it was that black tote. And he was talking to people about it. And I'm sure the word got out. They ain't too many people. His mama probably kept the secret, but he told some other family. And I don't think they kept the secret. And I think they got back to Fred. And that's why Fred followed him. And that's why Fred's the only one that knew how he passed away. That's why Fred's the only one that was able to tell law enforcement what law enforcement hadn't let out to the public. And I think that's enough to prosecute the hell out of Fred. I think that was enough right there to prosecute him. If law enforcement did not release the way this man died, and they really believed it was a homicide, then Fred Hill should have been charged. He should have been prosecuted, and he should be in prison. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. But poor Cotton, Poor Cotton's no longer with us. He had a life to live too. You can't go around playing God. You can't go around taking other people's lives. Matter of fact, the Bible speaks hard about taking stuff you cannot give back. Right? And you can't give back you can't give back a person their health, and you can't give back a person their life. Those are two things you cannot restore. You have no damn rights taking either one. You cannot give them back their mental health, their regular health, nor can you restore their life. But it was communication. Fred Heal I'm going to tell you, he's the Wizard of fucking Oz. He's the Wizard of fucking Oz. He sits there and keeps up with, he's got so many flying fucking monkeys. He keeps up with all of them. He's got a big, loud voice that keeps up with all the witches and the monkeys. This is the Wizard of Oz that went rogue. Right? It's the Wizard of Oz that went rogue. You couldn't even trust the damn wizard. Let me take you home in my air balloon. Now, Summer didn't make it home. She didn't make it home. Not from Fred's house. When Candace went down to Fred's house, Summer didn't make it back home. She made it right out of Ben Hill onto Beach Creek. In a box, just like Cotton said. Cotton told. And Cotton told the truth. I truly believe that. I truly believe Cotton told the truth. Nobody knew what he was talking about when he said, black box. I seen her in a box. Nobody knew what he's talking about. I think he was saying that I know it was Summer. I saw her head. I saw her head going down into the black box at Fred's house. I think that I heard search dogs supposedly hit on Fred's place is what I heard. Now, I don't know if they did or not. I know that they went down Don Wells' driveway out onto the road. But Jody Sue was down there with a big fucking dog and screwed it all up. The first search dogs was screwed up by Don and Candace and them up there with their dogs. And then they went down on the road. And Jody Sue has a big dog fucking it up on the road. So pretty much these people were doing everything they could to fuck up the search for Summer. Why? Because these motherfreakers already knew what they had done. And why they done it. And then they all come out here trying to play victims when they're the motherfucking number one suspects. For a damn good cause, too. Damn good cause. The only victim in all of this is Summer Moon Utah Wells. That's the only victim in this. And her brothers. And her brothers. And whoever those other little girls were. And maybe little boys. To be honest with you, I feel Hunter was a victim. I feel he was a victim to Candace Wells and her sickness. She was just as much an essayer as Don Wells and anyone else that was going up there partaking in that. That's my opinion. These were children. Hands fucking off. Hands off. You gotta be a real sick son of a bitch to touch a child. You gotta be really sick. Very disgusting. Something's wrong with you. Why are they keeping such close contact? Why does Fred need to know where Marlena and her brother and Chad Arnold is? Why does he need to know where Dawn and Candace always are? Why does he need to know where Jody Sue's living and staying and what she's doing? Why does he need to know where Andy's at? Why does Andy need to know where everybody's at? Why does Dawn and Candace seem to need to know where everybody's at? Because all these motherfuckers are in it together. And if one goes, they all go. Right? I'm going to tell you, from the very beginning, I felt this was a group, not a Dawn, Candace, and Grandis thing. I had a feeling this was a fucking group. And I just did not realize how big this group of fucking weirdos are. I had no idea. Right? But it's huge, baby. It's huge. Yeah, I think so too, Molly. I think so too. I totally agree with you. But I'm going to tell you now, I know Fred Hill has a real damn need to know where these people are. He has a real damn need to know. More than anyone else, he needs to know. I couldn't, the hardest thing to believe in all of this is there's a creepy fucking grandma. Right? That's the hardest thing to believe, is there's this creepy fucking grandass running around. That's hard to believe. I'm going to tell you, doesn't grandma supposed to be in the kitchen baking cookies? Ain't grandma the one supposed to be sitting in a rocking chair with you, with you up on her lap, reading you stories and telling you about the old days and teaching you to tie your shoe and to be a good child and to believe in God? Ain't grandma the one that's supposed to, dress you all up pretty and take you to church? Ain't grandma the one that's supposed to, give you cookies and ice cream and stuff when your parents ain't looking? Because that's what grandmas do. Isn't grandma the one that you run through the house to look for? Because she has soft hands and she always hugs you, tells you how much she loves you, kisses your little head, and you feel so safe in her arms. Isn't that what grandmas do? Ain't grandma's the one that you have to go through her to harm any child, even her damn grown children? Doesn't grandma stand in front of, even if her child was 100 years old, she'd still stand in front of it and protect it? Isn't grandma the one that everybody's trying to push out of the way because she's front and center like a Sergeant fucking Pat, telling people how it is and what the fuck they're going to do when it comes to you trying to attack or do something to one of her children, grandchildren, or even great-grandchildren? She's like, oh, hell no, you're not. You will go through me. I done lived my life. You don't want no part of this. Ain't she the one that's boss? Ain't she the one that the grandkids go to and say, hey, they're my parent, but you're their parent, and they're getting on my nerves, and I need you to tell them to stop bossing me around so much, to let me have some ice cream and cookies. That one cookie ain't gonna spoil my dinner. That love is more important than worrying about having a cookie before dinner. Ain't grandma the one that you go to because she is the parent of your parents and she is the big boss? Grandma's the one that's supposed to be making sure nobody gets hurt. Nobody. But not grandass. Not grandass. That old creepy bag, she was just as fucking goony as the rest of them, wasn't she? Yeah, real fucking super freak. You know, why would we think she would give a fuck? Why would we even think she'd give a fuck? Hell, she left her own children, right? Most women, when they leave a man, they take their children with them. Not grandass. She left her kids behind, right? I'm going to tell you, you got to be a sorry ass piece of shit to leave your kids behind. I don't even know why we would have thought that grandass was any better. She's not a grandmother. She's not a grandma. She ain't even a mom. She ain't even a mom. She's just like her daughter. Just nothing but a fucking incubator, right? Nothing but an incubator. Right here. Take a look at that. Yeah, but all them turd pop suckers wanting to support these number one suspects. Oh, let me help you pay for hotels. Let me help you pay for food. Let me help you pay for gas. Let me help you do all these things. Right? Who helped Summer? Who helped this little girl that lived 5 short years of pure hell, pain, misery, suffering? And in the end, got plotted against and completely destroyed. Who helped her? Who helped her? None of these son of a bitches, right? None of them son of a bitches. Candace didn't help her. Her own mother. Grandis didn't help her. Her own grandmother. Don Wells. Oh, God forbid. That was the number one piece of shit right there, right? That was the number one piece of shit right there. And the other ones were following suit. You know, people wanted to help. They wanted to help Dawn. They wanted to help Candace. They wanted to help Jody Sue get off the hill, move, get her new camper, all the shit. They wanted to help Fred. Oh, if you want to buy Fred a pack of underwear, just send the money. Just put it in his cat. He needs underwear. I bet he was surprised to have a clean pair of underwear every day instead of once a year. I bet that just thrilled the hell out of him. I bet it thrilled the hell out of him to not have his underwear sticking to his ass. Right? Becoming part of his own body. I'm going to tell you exactly. Ben Hill is the devil's rejects. I'm going to tell you something. I think even the devil is going to be upset when these people make it into hell. I'm going to tell you, and especially Candace. They probably ain't going to ever have a worse smell in hell than hers. Right? Could you just imagine? Oh, wow. Molly, that was a lot of info. That was a lot of info, girlfriend. I needed that laugh. But as you can see in the picture, grand ass, right from her camper to the door, they're trying to say someone took Summer from. Take a look. Candace and Grandis were both right there at that door. And take a look. There's no way in hell. No one came around there they didn't see. And a big dog was right there in that hole. A big dog right there down in that hole with puppies. And trust me, them dogs weren't gone. Them dogs don't ever leave. They go down that dog trail around and back up the driveway. No one's coming around there. Nobody. Don Wells thought it was funny to say the dogs were gone. Oh, they got back just in time for law enforcement to show up. Bullshit. And he laughed about it. He thought it was real funny. Buy these guys food, buy them gas, buy them all this stuff. Look at that mattress they made that baby sleep on. Look at that mattress that those children probably had to go through that misery and all that stuff on. Take a look at it. They couldn't even put them through hell on clean sheets. Right? They couldn't even put them through hell on clean sheets. Take a look at that. That's fucking ungodly within itself. That mattress looks like it belongs in hell. It looks like something you would see in hell. Right? Candace walking around there with her fucking decrepit looking feet. You ever seen her feet? Those grungy looking motherfucking calloused up, decrepit looking fucking nasty blocks that she calls feet. I ain't never seen nothing fucking look like it. Them damn feet, she's afraid to get them damn feet wet. She's afraid to get some water on those motherfucking 2 disasters. Unbelievable. Yeah. And I think she's got fucking Munchausen disease, right? I think she deals with mother freaking mental issues where she's always acting like she's hurt. If you take note, it's her knee, just like grandma. Oh, my knee. I've been having trouble with my knee just like mommy, fucking grandma. Oh, she needs a knee brace now. She needs her ankles fucking, it's her ankles. Like she told law enforcement, Dawn hurt her wrist. She's always walking around with something, something, right? For attention. There wasn't a damn thing wrong with her when she was running around with the first 12, 13-year-old little boy, right? Canyon. There wasn't nothing wrong with her when she was, grooming Hunter and who knows how many other little boys. Nothing wrong with her then. When she had all them kids up there to be doing all that evilness to, there wasn't nothing wrong with her, right? She didn't have nothing wrong with her legs, nothing wrong with her knees, nothing wrong with her hands, nothing wrong with her at all. But as soon as all these kids get took and the cat's out of the fucking bag on what a real pieces of creepy shit these people are, oh, she starts having all kinds of problems, all kinds of issues. Look at me. Feel sorry for me. I'm the victim. Get this microphone off of me. They're interrogating me. They're interrogating me about my daughter. They're interrogating me. I want to leave. How can they interrogate me? Well, bitch, they can interrogate you because you're guilty as fucking hell, in my opinion. That's how they can interrogate you. Because if you didn't feel guilty as fucking hell, then you wouldn't feel interrogated. So if you're feeling interrogated when someone's trying to figure out what happened to your daughter, then you must motherfucking be guilty as hell. Because I wouldn't feel motherfucking interrogated. if Summer was my daughter and missing. I wouldn't feel interrogated. I couldn't feel interrogated because I would not motherfucking go to a swimming hole with some mother freaking wannabe fucking gang member and have them do such a horrible thing to my child as I believe you did. And that's my opinion, Candace. And you sit there and you feel guilty as hell because you know you're guilty. And that's why you feel interrogated. And that's another fact that can be used in court to prosecute your fucking ass, if you ask me. A true parent does not feel interrogated. I'm going to tell you now, if that little girl was my daughter and came up missing, I'm not going to feel interrogated because I would not ever do anything to hurt my child or allow anyone else to do something to hurt my child. You couldn't fucking interrogate me. You would motherfucking be getting interrogated. I'd be all over law enforcement's ass. I'd be there every day. They'd find my child because they get sick of fucking seeing me. I'd be handing out flyers. I'd be helping get up billboards. I'd dig the fucking holes to put the billboard up and pour the concrete. I don't want no fucking money. I would want my child. I wouldn't be running all over the place asking people. Somebody calls you up and asks what they could do. Oh, bring some Mountain Dew. What the fuck? You call me up, what can I do? You can get over here and help pass out flyers. You can help search for my child. But you know what? That little girl was my daughter. She'd still be here. She'd be dressed in fine dresses, beautiful hair bows, beautiful little shoes. She'd be healthy, happy. She'd be well. She'd be loved and she'd be blessed. She'd have been my dream, and I'd have been helping her fulfill her dreams. Because when God gives you a beautiful child like that, man, that is your dream. When you're going to have a baby, you pray and you dream that it's the most beautiful thing that you ever saw. You pray that it's healthy and it's happy. You don't care if it's a boy, you don't care if it's a girl, you just care that it's healthy and it's going to be happy. And when they lay that baby in your arms and you look at that little baby and it is healthy and it is happy, your dreams came true. And it's time for you to start helping that child fulfill its dreams. What it wants to be, what is its goals? What does it want to achieve in life? And it's your job to be there for it every second of every day, letting it know how much it's loved and cared about. You lay your babies in clean beds. You read them bedtime stories. You educate them. You keep them away from garbage. And you make sure that in the future they will be happy, productive adults in society with love, kindness, and caring in their hearts. No hatred. But Summer knows nothing about that. She knows nothing about that. All Summer knew was that filthy mattress, those evil people. Help me, anyone, someone. Please help me. I'm going to tell you, those are the words that them turd pop suckers should have been hearing before they fucking helped any of them number one suspects. They should have heard that little girl's cry in their fucking heads. They should have heard that little girl screaming, help me, anyone, someone help me, because I got a bitch ass mother that won't. And no one. They shouldn't have gave Candace, Donald, or any of them the sweat off their ass, let alone a nickel out of their wallets. That's my opinion. I'm going to keep it. I can't support evil. I won't support evil. And this little girl, well, when you go to bed tonight, you think about what it would be like to go through that type of hell on Ben Hill Road, be took to a swimming hole. Last thing you saw is a dark pool of water that you couldn't get out of. And just think what it would be like to be stuck in a black tote down under somebody's mother freaking casket. Just think what it would be like to be dropped down in there and the water that was in your lungs come out. You start to breathe. And now you're inside of this tote. No one can hear you. No one can see you. No one will help you. Think about that. Think about being under a big vault in a big, dark, black tote that you can't get out of. Because they couldn't put you through enough hell while you were on Ben Hill Road. They had to take you to a swimming hole and then to somebody else's gravesite and really torture you up, right? And really torture you up. Doing all that they did to you wasn't enough. You tell me the level of fucking evilness that's on that hill. You tell me. You tell me what kind of evilness sits up there and fucking laughs. What kind of evilness sits up there and laughs? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
And he was crying. This motherfucker was actually crying. This motherfucker is like a big shot of this community. Like, oh, holy fuck. And he was crying. He said, but they're calling me a child molester. And I'm like, I started laughing.
I just wanted you to hear that before we go out of here. I just want everybody to hear that. I want you to hear that evilness on the hill. I wanted you to hear how fucking little they cared about this sweet 5-year-old little girl. Beautiful, beautiful little girl. How much they cared. You think Stacy Wander and those sick people are evil? How much more evil are the fucking Wells? How much more evil are they? That's the question. Hey, girl.
Hi, Mama.
Um,
Sorry for keeping you so long.
You're moving around quick, girl. You look like you're
I
going
know.
somewhere. Look like you're going somewhere up in there.
I had to hurry up and get to the bathroom because I never smoke in my trailer, but it's too cold and rainy outside. I came in here and turned the exhaust fan on.
Oh, I heard that, girl. I heard that. I smoke in my office. Or outside. Usually catch me if I'm not in my office, I'm out on the patio. That's where the kids can find me. If I'm not cooking or cleaning or doing something, then I'm in my office with the cigarette. I'm outside with the cigarette. But when I learned a long time ago, don't even try to clean and cook with a cigarette. All you're going to do is just waste them, right? You have to set them down the ashtray, and there it goes. You get busy, you don't get to smoke anyway. So, I head out. Like when I get off of here tonight, I'm more than likely to head out on my patio and, hang out with my kids' uncles or my husband to come out there, hang out. But I just go out, and sometimes some of the neighbors are up. They oh, I seen you out here. I'm like, yeah, and they have a seat, and
Right.
we'd be out there half the night just laughing and talking and smoking. I get to catch up on the cigarettes I didn't get all day long. Right.
Right. That's me. Yeah, I don't ever, but tonight made the second time I've smoked in my trailer because it's a new one. And
Right.
Raymond, where he's got that trach, I don't like to smoke around him.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you, I smoke in my office. I don't the rest of the house, but and that's by choice. That's by choice. I mean,
Right.
I have people that come over. Like I host a lot of Christmas parties, New Year's. We have a lot of friends and family and stuff shows up. And anyway, they a lot of them smoke and stuff, and I have ashtrays, all over the house. And if they want to smoke, I don't
Right.
even care. I mean, sometimes my house is full of smoke. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's full of smoke, on the holidays and stuff. Pipes going,
Right.
cigars, cigarettes. I don't even care. I'm like, you know what?
Right.
When I was a kid, the shit didn't hurt me. I don't think it
Nope.
hurts anybody, and it is the way it is. And like, do you take note that have you took note that alcohol beverages don't have it can ruin your kidney, it can ruin your
Yeah.
liver. Have you noticed that the alcohol that liquor don't have this can, cause cirrhosis of the liver? It doesn't have on there, it doesn't have no warnings about what that shit can do to you. It doesn't tell you, drinking and driving can cause, other people to be unalived and yourself. It don't
Right.
have no. Why does cigarettes have a warning but not alcohol? Has anybody ever
I don't
thought
know.
about that? I think people should think about it.
Yeah. Did you see what that Chango or whatever his name is said down in the chat?
Who?
CHANGO something. Phoebe knows who I'm talking about. He was in there saying something about summer.
He must know said a lot because I didn't see him.
Yeah. I'll have
But
Australia to
when I'm busy,
screenshot
when
it.
I'm busy with the content, I can't. I try to watch the chat as much as I can, but
Right.
and I'm going back, and I still don't see him.
Yeah, I think it's CHANGO something.
Oh, and he didn't come in when I first Glenda was in here tonight. I seen her. Did somebody
Right.
time them out,
Australia.
or
I don't
did
know.
one
Maybe
of them
Australia can screenshot.
time them out?
No.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
them
going
shower
off.
curtains I was talking about, Mama. It's got the saying on them. And then the palms.
Oh yeah, that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah, they need to do something with Fred and Jody Sue. I just don't understand why Fred can't get on camera and talk by himself without Ziggy Piggy interrupting and let him tell it. Too many stories, too many lies. It's just been on and on about him. He needs to tell the truth.
Yeah, girl, I'm going clean back to the beginning, and I don't see it. I do not see it.
I'll
I see
screenshot it.
Sharon, I see Brenda, I see Lockdown with April, I see Miss Justice, I see Lisa, Anna, Second to None, Chris, Carrie. I see all of these guys, but I don't see no CH. Yeah, I don't see him. I see Deputy Sheriff's in there, and
I'm gonna look in comments.
Granny's house, Chris.
Because I said something to him too.
Girl, dad,
back.
cooking up deliciousness.
Hmm. Right there at CHANGO Superstar at 1228. They also stay in touch. They all change the steer negative. There's that one. Hmm. Oh, Phoebe's just sent it to me. I'm still trying to find the other one too.
Yeah, maybe they got timed out or something because I'm seeing no superstar. Or they
That's
erased their
weird.
or they erased their thing.
Yeah, she sent it to me and I'll send it to you in a little bit. Or maybe she can jump up one panel real fast and tell you what he was saying. Just kind of bothered me about him.
Huh.
Yeah, very, very weird.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And he's the one that talked to when he was lying and saying she sent nude pictures. That time it's that weirdo.
He's that kind of weirdo.
I think he is. I think he's wanting to tell me Phil or somebody. That wasn't
No,
nice.
he
God
stopped
forgive me.
comment. Yeah, I don't know. I went all the way back. I mean, unless he was erasing his comments or something, because I didn't see it nowhere.
Well, I'm gonna have to send it to you because I think
Yeah.
Phoebe did.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it because
You're welcome.
yeah, I didn't see it, but I get busy with the content. I get busy with all this content, and I try, watch chat as much as possible. But
Right.
I miss a lot too. I miss a lot. That's why sometimes I come in at the beginning and just try to spend some time with the chat because I don't get to do that very often.
I
You know,
know Dad keeps you
just-
away and the kids.
Right. And well, no, I just have too much content all the time. I have all of this content, popping up like that and this, and, I got all of this stuff popping, and it's a lot, and I got to keep up with all of that on top of being able to read chat as much as I can. And I'm gonna tell you, being a creator is not easy. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, girl. It's a lot of work.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Are you going
it
to
is-
Ronald's for
it
Thanksgiving?
is mentally and physically draining. Sometimes that's true.
I believe it. Are you going to Ronald's for Thanksgiving?
Ronald.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to spend Christmas with him and his family. Me and my kids,
Okay.
and my husband. We're going to go spend Christmas with and my kids' uncles. We're invited as
Ooh.
well. So we're going to all
Good.
go and spend Christmas with them. And supposedly we're all going to Disney. So
Ooh.
that's going to be fun. Yeah. Well, his mom really likes my daughter. She really took a shine to my daughter. And
Aw.
they really like the kids, and me and Ronald, we're like really super good friends. And
Yes, very close.
so yeah. So we're going to go spend Christmas with them. So that'll get me out of all the cooking. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I ain't going to speak too soon because I might have to help cook. But
Right.
I doubt it. Probably going to be a I haven't ever spent one Christmas since I've been old enough to set the table or sweep or and that was pretty young. Right. I haven't ever spent one Christmas where I didn't help in the kitchen or have to do up dishes or cook or what my whole life. It seems like I've always had to cook and help and do. And Not one time, like not one time have I, can I remember being able to sit down and just eat a meal that I didn't have to clean up, you know? So
Right.
that's gonna be
Right.
it's
Well,
gonna
maybe you'll get
if I don't
lucky.
have if I don't have to cook or do anything, I'm gonna be like, this is amazing.
Right. Well, I'll
Yeah.
miss you just later on too before you go to bed too.
Even if I take the kids to a restaurant or something, we go to eat out. Um, I still, you have to collect their plate, clean up the table. You know what I'm saying,
Right.
and hand the stuff to the waiter or waitress, and so you
I was
still
supposed to say you always clean up.
or a lot of restaurants you have to take everything, throw it away, when you're done, and so you're still not. It ain't like you get to sit down, just eat and walk away. And
Right.
and I used to. I hate to say it, but I used to, that look you give somebody when you're, you know, kind of jealous that they got to sit and just do nothing but eat, get up, and run off.
Right.
I'm sure I gave it to a few of my cousins when we were kids, because it's like my parents' house was the main place for everybody to come, and eat Thanksgiving and eat Christmases and stuff as well. And like my cousins and all of them, they sit at the table and they get to eat, and here you was, having to clean up their plates and all their stuff and help and all that, and they just ate, got up, and ran out to play or whatever, and you're stuck there having to that you didn't get to eat and just run out, right? You
Right.
didn't get to do that, and you thinking to yourself, when am I going to get to come to your house and watch you wait on me, right?
Right.
Girlfriend, it didn't ever happen. I'm still waiting, right? I'm still freaking
Right.
waiting. But
Well, maybe
yeah,
you'll get a surprise with Ronald again.
right.
Just enjoy it. Enjoy Disney.
Ronald's
At least you'll
Ronald's
have something
probably
funny to do.
listening. He's probably
Probably.
listening. He probably tell his mom, don't make her help her cook.
He was in Jinkies the other
Just
night
let her
giving her a
eat
hard
and walk
time.
away. I tell him, you snitch.
Yep. Yep. He's good people. He is.
You know what?
That whole family is.
For some reason, I probably could have got up and walked away a few times, but I always feel compelled to help. You ever feel like that? Like you
Yes.
gotta help. Like, you don't feel right unless you do.
Right? That's how I am. Always got to do it. Always pick everybody's stuff up, take it to the sink, or throw it away.
Carmen says, oh my gosh, PG, I'm laughing now, thinking of certain relatives. Right? I'm going to tell you. I had.
Did it work? Or that lighter? Click, click, click.
I had this one cousin. She was always like, you ever see those sarcastic people, always trying to get a pun in, say, like you could tell they, you tell the bitch hates you. Right? Freaking secretly just hate you.
Right.
I had a cousin like that. I'm going to tell you what.
Right.
I used to just.
Hey, hang on. Someone will tell you hello. Can't see it.
Who?
Mama.
How you doing?
Oh, how you doing? How's my son-in-law
Okay.
tonight?
Oh,
Good to hear
okay.
from you.
I can't complain anyway.
Amen. Amen. As long as God's given us another day, we know He still loves us, right?
Yeah, that's a blessing.
Absolutely. I want to tell you, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I pray that God gives us all many, many days.
Yeah, I'm praying for you too.
Amen.
He's sitting here watching wrestling. Let me get away from the TV so it's not echoing. Sorry.
Yeah. You tell him I said, God bless and much love.
She said, God bless, much love. Our anniversary's coming up the 19th, and he got a thing for me at the hair salon because my gray is
Oh,
coming through. And I'm like, that's what I want my hair done.
amen. There you go,
It's
girl.
$100.
Absolutely. I'm excited for you. I can't wait
Costs
to
too
see it.
much.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh, I just
You're
got to
gonna have
cover
to.
his gray up.
Oh, you went to the
Gotta
you
get
went
rid
to
of
the
gray. It's
beauty
what you get for
salon.
old age. No,
You
I'm
went to
going
the.
the 20th. I am.
You're gonna go the 20th. Are you gonna get some curl?
No, it's already curly. It's natural. I'll have to send you them other pictures. It's curly. My hair is. I hate it. I straighten it every day.
Let me see your hair. Oh, girl, I think
Yeah,
you would be
it's
so
skanking right now.
beautiful. I think your hair would be so beautiful with some curl. I mean, you're
Oh, it's natural
beautiful,
curly. I'll send you. Thank you,
but
Mama. I love you, Mama.
I really do. I think she would look real pretty with some curl around her face. I think it would really suit her. I think that would
No,
really
thank
suit
you.
you.
I'll
Absolutely.
wear it curly. You'd be like, what the hell? Did you stick your finger in an electric socket? That's how curly it is.
Hey, girl, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I get up some mornings, man, and I tell you what, I look in the mirror. I'd be like, who the hell is that? I'd be scared. I'd be scaring myself. I'm like, who is
I'm like,
that?
that ain't me.
Where the hell did that mop on that head come from?
I always told my dad and them, I'm like, I think I got some black up in my family hiding. That curly hair.
Right. Like who lost their rag doll in my mirror?
Yeah. I'm sorry for getting you off the subject. I'm sorry. You just needed off of it for a little bit. These people. That Fred
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna tell
that
you,
woo woo.
I didn't pay all that money for a home, not to be able to do what I want in it. Like,
That's right.
I'm gonna pay, if I'm gonna pay, all that money for a home and then all, and then fucking taxes and everything else. I'm gonna smoke where the hell I want. I'm gonna,
Right?
I'm gonna slide across the floors. I'm gonna move the furniture where I want it, when I want it, how I want it. I'm like,
Yep.
I ain't gonna even worry about it because I see people, people worried about, you move stuff, you'll scratch the floor. Honey, let me tell you something.
Replaceable.
I don't even give a shit. Somebody gonna have to resurface that floor because I'm gonna slide across. I'm gonna live in my house. My kids, they slide
right.
around too. Their big ass uncle slide around. Right. And now my husband's sliding around. I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, I'm about ready to throw him out now.
Oh,
I'm about
he
ready
better
to
be
throw him
good.
out. At least the bed. I got a big ass king size bed, girl, and he is one of those people. I'm bad. I am bad for like inching somebody to the edge of the bed. Like moving over
That's
and
me.
moving over and moving over. But he is worse than me. Like he's inching me out the other side. I'm like, wait a minute. This shit ain't, we gotta find a happy middle, or
Right.
or mother freak. And I can't sleep in a twin bed, but we're gonna have to get two big ass full size beds. He's gonna have to sleep in his own bed. He keeps inching me out. I mean, that's my job. Inch him out of the bed, right?
That's
But
right.
get a big ass king size bed, man, and it's like and he's not even a big man. He's not even a big man. And he'd be like take up the whole fucking bed. I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, staring at the freaking this mother freaking screen, like hoping
Right.
somebody's on, somebody's on, but nobody was. And I was like, this is insane. Right? This guy's got me up. Got me up in the middle of the night looking around for something else to do besides get inched out of my own bed.
Right.
He's gonna hit the mother freaking floor. That's what he's gonna do. I'm tired
That's
of
what
it.
happened to me not too long ago. I hit the floor. I put my cold feet on your son-in-law, and he acted like he was asleep about that time. Bam! I hit the floor, and I'm like, thanks.
Oh my gosh. You're kidding
I'm
me.
telling on you.
Hello.
When I stuck my cold feet on you.
Hey girl, how's it going?
Exhausted, PG.
That baby girl.
Yeah, we've finished our move today. Everything's done and
Beautiful.
kaput.
Somebody said, have you seen Ziggy
Hello.
Hey girl,
I can see you.
did you see this comment? Have you seen
Have
Ziggy's
you
legs
seen Ziggy's legs?
on live? Damn, those giant flower
Damn her big.
tattoos or tights.
Was they tights or
That giant-
tattoos?
Is that tattoos or tights? I
She's
don't even know.
she's got
I don't even
she's
know.
got massive legs.
Wow.
She's got a big ass and big thighs.
That's some funny stuff
Move it
right
on
there.
back, Bertha.
Big
Oh, we're
Bertha.
going to hell.
Carrie said that this guy was saying Summer's still alive. That guy's crazy.
That's that weirdo, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, PG, remember that guy that came out and said that he saw some little girl that looked like Summer with
Right.
some woman and some old man, and showed some storage boxes with the name Wells on it, and tried to make out it was Summer.
I do remember her.
I think he was from Shurs. I'm not sure.
He said that some old woman and man had Summer.
Yep.
Was that the kid that was supposedly in like a RV or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it? He was living in a caravan park.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was disputed.
A papa or something wasn't happy. Wasn't home.
Yeah.
Yeah. She drove the trash truck or something.
I'm gonna tell you.
So there's a new thing around now on Facebook. A man called Austin Reed.
Yeah, I heard about him.
He says he loves little girls and he takes videos of little girls.
Yeah,
Sick bastard.
I actually
So I've recorded it. I've recorded some videos on my channel and asked for everyone to report him.
The one guy that helps look for Summer put that out.
Trevor Lee.
Trevor, yes, Trevor put that out. And I remember that guy. I think I talked about him before here. And showed his pictures and everything.
He also had a Facebook called Summer Rollin'. And in it he had a picture of Summer, and then he had the most disgusting, filthy language that I could ever read in my life. Summer sucks. Blah blah blah.
You should see what's in my back chat sometimes.
It's disgusting.
You should see what some of these people write in the back chat. Sometimes it's Don and Candace themselves up there
Mm.
writing some really disturbing,
Yeah, I've seen that.
ugly,
Stuff.
horrible stuff in the back chat. And you know, it's hard to, you know, being a creator, you got to be a special type of person to handle all of this, you know, this stuff that you're seeing and hearing, and you know, it's, and especially the hate that gets on your back, and you know, the people, the way these people come at you and stuff. It's not easy. It's not easy being out here doing what, you know, doing what we do. And
Right.
it's quite a job. And
You can mark your words on it that everybody that lived in that holler would be watching
well, you have to, you
every
know,
day to keep up with what is going on,
you
so
have
they
to
can stay a step ahead.
you have to remind yourself. You got to remind yourself every day why you're here, to be here. You got to remind yourself that, you know, this is for these children. This, you know, they're counting on you. They're, you know, it's for a very good cause. It's, you know, all about them. It's not about anything else. You know, you got to keep your mind, you know, focused on the real gold out here, in order to, you know, in order to keep coming out here and doing what we do. And
Right.
and you know, sometimes it really gets hard. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes you just want to quit. Sometimes you just want to shut everything down,
Oh, I
walk
bet.
away, you
I
know,
bet.
because it gets, it, you know, it can get that taxing. It can get that taxing on a human.
Yeah, they
And
get personal too, don't they, PG? They get into your personal life
well, they, you know, not
and
mine.
start attacking your family.
They don't get into my personal life because they don't know who the
Nope.
fuck I am.
Well, that's
Right?
good.
Nope.
They don't know who I am.
I'm blessed. I know who
But
you are.
I'm gonna tell you, I've been everybody and his damn brother. I've been everyone and his brother. They're trying to say I'm somebody else now. I don't know who the fuck it is, but I heard
PG's my sister.
there's 2 new people I'm supposed to be, and I'm like, what? I don't think so. I don't
PG,
think
you're
so.
my sister.
That's right. That's right. I'm your sister.
You moved over to America when I was only a little girl.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
They shouldn't have split us up like that.
No.
well, at least I'm blessed. I know who you are.
That makes me your auntie, little PG.
Yeah.
Woo! Hi, Auntie. I know what my mama looks like. She's beautiful, heart of gold, soft and kind spoken. People take her weakness a lot, but guess what? They ain't gonna get her because she's the best.
You know, Maddie goes off about that, about people picking on PG, wanting to know who she is. She says it's
Right.
none of their bloody business.
Amen.
Nope.
It ain't none of their business.
She said
And
you
you know,
already
wish I
know
could
who
share my
PG
pictures
is.
of you.
it's not about PG or who PG is.
PG's
It's about
heart.
Summer. It's about this
It's about
little
Summer.
girl needing to be found. It's about, you know, Michael Vaughn needing justice. It's about Jack and Lily Sullivan needing to be found and justice served. It's about, you know, little Emmanuel being found. You know, the dad has confessed, but he still needs to be found. They know where he's at. They need to, you know, let him be found and laid to rest properly. You know,
Right.
it's about these missing children who don't have a voice, that needs a voice, and we are the voice. It's about someone being out here to tell the truth for these children, to not let people run around the bush, make stuff up, do more damage to their case than good. It's about bringing the truth to the table and really doing what's righteous in the sight of God for these kids by telling the truth about, you know, what is evidence, what is not evidence, what is true, what is not true. You know, there's a lot of
Right.
people who will just, you know, try to blow smoke up your ass, make stuff up, blow smoke up your ass just so, you know, they can have content to get people in there so that, you know, they can make the money, and that's wrong. That's evil and it's wrong.
Very
You don't
wrong.
do that. You don't
Yep.
use
Yeah.
these kids
Yeah.
like that. I mean, if you have some solid stuff and you really want to help them and you want to, you know, figure out exactly what happened to them and do all you can to, you know, pressure law enforcement to do their damn job and doing what needs to be done for these children, then great, be out here, be pressuring, be doing what it takes to be a voice for these kids. But if you're going to come out here and just make shit up and you know, lead people down a dark alley that you knew was dark and you didn't care, well, that's just pure evilness, and don't be out here doing it.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Mama, I
100%
love you.
agree.
I'm gonna jump down and let you finish up. I love you
Yeah.
and prayers.
I'll jump down
Don't
too,
Hey
kick Dad
girl,
out
love
of
PG.
you
bed.
too, you know it.
Love you
Well, don't kick
both.
Dad out of bed. Love
I
you.
love you too, girl.
Love you both.
Can you boot me off, PG?
It's gonna hurt like hell.
she has me do this, and I feel so bad when I have to boot her off. Right, when I have to kick her. I hate to do that. I hate to do that. But I'm heading out of here too, girl. I'm gonna get out of here for the night. It's we've been here a long time. I was hoping to do a short one tonight, but every time we get talking about summer, you know, there's so much to this puzzle. And you know, you're wanting these people to understand, you know, how the puzzle's being put together, and so they can you know, actually see why these evil people did what they would do to the child. And oh, I lost her. But that's, you know, and that takes time. But you want people, you know, you want people to understand the connections to, you know, to the case, and why the swimming hole and meeting up with Chad Arnold and the tote missing and all this, how it all fits to solve the case. And most of all, you want to shine the light on the severity of evil on that hill, so people will stop supporting it and start supporting Summer. You know, so they'll stop supporting these number one suspects and start supporting this child. And you know, how do we support Summer? You know, with her not being here to you know, give stuff to. You support Summer, number one, by praying for her, by praying to God that, you know, He allows her to be found and brought home and justice served on her behalf. You support Summer by, you know, praying for her brothers to get the closure they're going to need in the future to live a normal life. You support Summer by, you know, letting law enforcement know that you don't feel they're doing their job when it comes to this little girl's case, that you feel they could be doing a lot more. You know, you support Summer by saying, hey, you say there's no facts, but there's 1,001 facts. And you know, why ain't you writing them down? Why ain't you prosecuting upon them? And you support Summer by being here and you know, and putting her picture up every single day, so these number one suspects has to look at it, so they have to see, you know, their evilness every single day, being a spotlight out here upon their, you know, upon their faces. You know, you got to put a stain on them. You got to put a stain on them every day by showing, you know, their sins of what they've done to this missing child, and what they're trying to hide. You know, you can't let them walk away and think they got away with doing such an evil deed to a 5-year-old missing little girl. That's how you support Summer. You support her by being here and doing all you can do to get one of these people to grow a heart, to grow a want to get in heaven theirself, to grow, the courage to tell what happened to her. That's how you support Summer. You try to get one of these people, because like I said, this is not an isolated case that Don, Candace, and Grandis. This is a group. This is a group of people, many different people. And one of them, all it takes is for one of them to get enough courage, one of them to want to make it to the promised land, one of them to grow some mercy, kindness, and love, and a conscience that wants to let out the truth, so that Summer, her case can be solved and she can be laid to rest properly. Her brothers can live a decent life, just one. And that's what we want to do, right? You can't give up. You can't give up. You got to keep moving forward, and you just got to keep praying that one out of that big group decides to be the righteous one. That's how you help this little girl. You just got to keep on keeping on. And that's how you help any child, any missing child. You just keep, talking to the people surrounding the case, and keep, going at the people, the suspects, until hopefully somebody, wants to save their soul, tell the truth. And sometimes that could be a long time. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So that's how you support her. PG's going to get out of here, but I don't ever leave without asking you, please, please, please keep those prayers going up for Summer Moon Utah Wells. Keep the prayers going up for this beautiful, blonde-headed, blue-eyed. She's only 5 years old. 5 when she went missing. She's just a baby. She's just a little baby. She had a whole life ahead of her. But these people didn't care. These wicked, evil people didn't care what was ahead of her. They just gave a damn about themselves, their own selfish, evil, twisted gain in doing what they did. That's what they cared about. And this little girl paid the price. She paid the price. And God knows it. We know it. God knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows what was going on that hill. That 911 call, that's God's way of letting you know the truth. What Don and Candace said about the boss, God let you hear right out of the horse's mouths the truth. Jody Sue said, that's God's way of letting you know some truth. God's given you the truth. Little by little, he's given you all the truth, and I think we figured it out. But law enforcement don't want to hear the truth, obviously. So we're going to have to start praying that God lets us find Summer, wherever she is. Let him send us a miracle to find her. In the name of his son, Jesus, amen. Pray for her. Pray for her. That's the best gift you can give this little girl, is your prayers. That's what you can give her. And pray for one another. Pray for Michael Vaughn. Pray for Sebastian Rogers, Jack and Lily, little Emmanuel. Pray for them. There's no gift you can give any human better than prayer in this earth. When someone's praying for you, you know it. You know when people's praying for you, because your life gets better. Your life gets better. So keep them prayers going up, you guys. Good night. God bless. Much love.